for stopping by. So tell us who you are and a little bit about what you do.
Well, my name is Floyd Blackett, and I'm a commercial photographer.
Do you have a particular niche in photography that you focus on?
Yes, my particular love and passion is architectural and interior photography.
Where are you located?
I'm located in Atlanta, and I also shoot out of New York.
How long have you been shooting photography?
Ooh, it's been a long time, since college days. I tried to shoot everything from portraits, not on a paying gig site, jobs. But throughout the years, I've moved from non-professional to paying, and then in the last 7 to 8 years, I've been shooting mostly architectural and interior photography, and fine art to add to that.
Do you look at what you do as just a job or career?
No, it's a passion, and with that, um, it's a lot easier to deal with the hardships rather than treating it as a job where I have to gain some sort of income from what I do. I think that when you have a passion for something, it is almost like a sponge that absorbs water. That when things become difficult, you're very easy to absorb some of that difficulty that you experience because it's something that's deep in your heart and deep in your soul to do.
What advice do you have for aspiring photographers?
Oh, that's a big one. Main thing is to do is that it's very easy to craft images, but you have to learn the business side. You have issues of usage agreements, licensing agreements. All these things play a factor into how you run your business, contracts, negotiating. Pressing the shutter release on a camera only takes about a second, so that when you're in the public and you're trying to gain somebody's business to hire you, you have to understand what it is that you're offering and how the market operates for that particular segment of photography that you're in. Wedding photography is different from architectural and interior. Wedding, you're dealing on the retail side. You're dealing with families, portraits, high school pictures, things of that nature, babies. On the corporate side, you're dealing with architectural firms, you're dealing with engineering firms, you're dealing with interior design firms, you're dealing with those individuals who are actually building the structure. So you have to understand what their needs are and how to negotiate with these different parties that you're about to be in business with. Pressing the shutter release again is very simple. It only takes a second once you compose your composition. However, the business side is probably one of the most difficult parts of trying to run what it is that you're doing, your photography business, and also join some sort of professional organization like ASMP, the American Society of Media Photographers, or PPA, Professional Photographers of America, and there's other associations, because you need to collaborate and network with fellow photographers so that you can learn. You're always learning. It's never that you've learned this and you've got it and it's wrapped up tight and I don't need to learn anything else. Things are always changing. The technology of the cameras, manipulation software, all these things play a factor.
How important to life is photography?
Very, very important. Everywhere you turn around, you see images. Whether you walk into your own home, you go into a store, you're shopping, you're walking, there's images everywhere. Still images, and in some cases, images in video format. So these images that we see on a daily basis, whether it's on your laptop streaming, you've gone to a website, If you walked in J.C. Penney, you walked in Nordstrom, there are all these images. To see this magnitude of still photographs says that it's very important. It's important to our society, and it's important to the people who use it to generate revenue.
Do you feel your photography is art?
Yes. There are certain things with what I do, and I'll give you an example. If I hired to shoot an apartment, and let's say it's a two-bedroom apartment, and I'm looking at the living room, I just don't just walk in and say, okay, here's the sofa, here's the coffee table, here's the lamp side tables, and there's a ottoman here, and there's a TV there, and just set the camera down and shoot. I got to pay attention to the ambient light. I have to pay attention to the color of the furniture. I have to pay attention to the composition. What is the best way to craft this space? In some cases, you are asked to shoot where there isn't any furniture in a room. And the question you have to ask yourself, am I just going to shoot it as I see it? Or I'm going to take the creative side and say, where can I find furniture to place in this space to kind of create art? Be it a vase with flowers, be it another chair, be it some art on the wall, when in a lot of cases there are no art on the, there isn't any art on the wall. What is it that you can do to make this space look better than it was when you saw it? And the other thing is to kind of go beyond the client's expectation. And to go beyond the client's expectation requires you to be artistic, to go, I hate to say it, boldly where others have not gone before, so to speak. But yes, it is very, very artful.
Do you feel you express yourself well through photography?
Yes, I do, and for the most part. And then there are times I don't think that I do. I have other interests in photography that I would love to express myself, other than architectural and interior design photography, like photojournalism. I wouldn't mind going to another part of the world and documenting how a group of individuals are living, or a certain situation that's developing. So that part of me that has this yearn to go into another area other than the architectural is there. So when it comes to expressing myself, I think through the architecture I do that, and there's always room for growth. But then there's another side of me artistically that says I think I have value that I see differently, and I can bring that to a photojournalistic point of view.
Where can people contact you about architectural and interior photography?
At floydblackett.com.
Any final remarks?
Yes, for all things architectural and interior photography, MIM7 it.